Hello and good day. Today I am in Johor. I'm going to Mersing. For starters, I'm going to have to turn right over here, which will get me onto highway number, I think it's highway 3 AH118 or something like that. Thank you, sir. It's going to take me a while, so this whole morning I'm going to make my first stop at about 75 kilometers out. The road, the first bit is going to be pretty straight, so I've just filled up at Petronas, got a nice full tank, and then we're going to turn off the mic once we're on the straights of the highway. Well, not just the mic, but the camera. So here we go. It looks like it's going to be a gloomy day. And I don't want to go fast here. There's really no meaning to go fast today because I don't know the road. And I've said before in the past videos, you know, I'm not a fast rider and I don't like to rush when I'm on the road. Helps if I'm in the right lane. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with the roads. But nevertheless, we're going straight for a long time. Alright, there's some traffic going on over here. I don't know what's going on, why is it slow, but I'm guessing there's a lot of commercial vehicles. I'm only about 15 kilometers out. I have another 35 to go. So this is highway 3 and it goes on for about, I need to go to I need from Petronas just now until my next turn off is about 50 kilometers. Now I don't have my GPS on. What I've done is drawn out my route on paper, like which highway number to take, and then I pasted that route on my tank. So next time, after I've edited the video, you may be able to see it. Unless of course it's in the stitch line. But anyway, I've written it all down on a piece of paper. And so I don't need to rely on my phone for the direction. Alright, that was a straight road all the way. I didn't have to turn off. Although there was an accident between a lorry and another lorry, I don't know what happened. But there's a lot of crosswind today. Wind and crosswind. I don't know if the camera caught that, but there was a dead hawk on the ground. Oh no. But we're coming up to the junction where I need to turn off to Jalan Lok Heng, Route 99. Yeah, so there was an accident between a truck and another truck, and then there was some road works, so it delayed my journey a little bit, but here I am. I think we're coming up to about 1 kilometer left. I need to turn right, I think, to Route 99. If I'm going too far, that means I've completely missed the turn-off. If I go more than 57 kilometers from Petronas, I take the wrong Oh, I didn't turn off in time. Instead of going 52.7 kilometers, I went 57 kilometers. So I really did overshoot by a lot. So we're on a smaller road now, Jalan Lok Heng or Road 99. And then from here it will be about 22.2 kilometers to Tanjung Sedeli. Here. So turning on the camera from some of these corners, assuming I can get past the truck. Now I don't doubt there'll be a lot of trucks along this road because, well, it is a estate slash plantation road. You can see that's an old silo storage unit. I think it's meant to let the crops stay dry. Maybe we can overtake him after this. Probably not. He did it. I don't know if you saw on the left hand side, some parts of the road were a little bit burnt. Not the road, sorry, the grass on the ground. Okay, those are likely to be peat fires. So peat soil is flammable. I don't know why, don't ask me. I'm not too sure why. And when it burns underground as well. So it's very hard to extinguish. You don't just go up to it with a firefighter with water and then extinguish it. Besides, if you're out here in the plantation, where the heck are you going to find a fire hydrant? Okay, so peat fires the causes to some of the smoke smell that you can smell at night or during the day even. So it's not burning things on purpose, but they just catch fire because of dry weather. There's no rain for a couple of weeks. It will catch fire and then other things get caught on fire too. Alright, I'm gonna shut up now and just drive for a bit. So you'll see the car in front. Although the road code says keep left unless overtaking, he's keeping to the right as much as possible, which is not correct, okay? You keep left. However, for those of you who don't know, the left side of the road on these kind of B roads tend to have a lot of cracks and potholes because the soil there, it gets softened with rain, and then the side of the road, it dips and breaks, and so it's less stable on the left. So it doesn't mean driving on the right hand side is correct, but I'm just pointing out my experience riding on these kind of roads. Alright, he must be going to work. There appears to be a power station right there. And I don't know if you can see this, but over to the left, ooh, mountain ranges. Ah, that's beautiful. Sorry about that. My mic is picking up a knocking sound in my helmet. It's the D-ring clasp, not clasp, the D-ring of my helmet strap. Alright, coming up behind this truck, it is possibly double lines all the way, so I'm not gonna try my luck. We are in, I think, Sedeli. Yeah, Tanjung Sedeli. So, man, this is a sleepy town. But I'm gonna find a place to rest and have a drink. Let's see where I can go. There's a school here. I'll slow down, there might be kids. Petrol stop right there. Oh yeah, I was reading this on Google Maps that Sedali does not have any petrol stations, okay? Sedali does not have any petrol stations. So it's a good thing that I filled up to full. A couple of mechanics. So we're in Sedali town. Ooh, some food there. I might stop there for food. Let's see. Where could I go? It's a good thing I brought small change because I don't think anyone here is taking my U-Trip card. Adobe. Look at that. Jetty. Not time for breakfast yet. But oh, thing I could do with a drink. What There's a... We're on a jetty right now. I don't know where people's coming from, but yeah, there are river cruisers apparently. Alright, I've just had a drink, a refresh, and it's time to move off. We're heading north now towards Mersing. See you there. I have worked in an estate before and I do know that trucks can come out of these junctions. These trucks are heavily loaded with oil palm fruit and they're extremely heavy. You do have to be careful, as well as you have to be careful of workers coming out of these junctions on their motorcycles, and quite often they don't actually look before they come out. They do not stop before they come out. I don't know what it is. You may see an example of it as I'm riding over here.
And there's your example right there. That motorcycle almost came out onto the road without looking. So I had to make sure that I gave plenty of notification and slowed down. And we're entering Mersing town. Oh, freshly tarred road, and I have a white motorcycle. Not fun. This is Mersing's jetty area. So there are jetties that will take you to a couple of islands. We have a waterside park, and soon you come across an area that has, I suppose, a lot of parking, beachy, just a general area to just relax, have a picnic or have a drink. And just after this turn, you'll come across a dead end for now, and the dead end is an area that you could take a couple of nice photos, photo up with your family, with your vehicle, with your motorbike, whatever you like. once again, thank you for joining me on this ride, and I will see you in the next video.